you are penetrating the subconscious mind with your ideal circumstance, your ideal reality. This individual has been able to, through the law of assumption, pull a person into their desired reality. And I thought this would be valuable to reverse engineer the system of how it happened. So let's begin. Last week, the scene that I had been repeating and persisting in my mind while doing SATS, state akin to sleep, came true in the 3D form from a seemingly impossible situation. I was amazed. It happened just as I imagined it in my scene. I started my SP journey very recently, maybe 2 months ago, but I didn't start doing SATS consistently until early August. I wanted to share some tips and things that they have learned along the way. So they want to start off by saying that they have a hard time doing state akin to sleep, either fall asleep too quickly or can't get comfortable enough and can't fall asleep. My mind also tends to wander when I imagine my scene. There's no in between. If I could do SATS perfectly every night, then I would probably have gotten results sooner. However, I have gotten way better with practice and have seen my imagination come to reality, just as Neville said. So I did do a video very recently on the perfect way into getting into state akin to sleep, hypnotic trance, suggestibility states. So if you're having trouble with that, you can go back to that video. I think it's called How to Get into a Hypnotic Trance. And this is a very, very similar state. An obstacle I had to overcome was self-doubt. The first thing I did when I decided I was going to persist in SATS is to know exactly what I wanted. This is a really key point that I highlight in that video. Don't have a general idea of what you want. You need to commit to what you want and persist. Once you've decided that, create a scene that implies that you have what you want. Commit to that scene every night. Get in bed with the intention to do that scene. Intention being another key aspect of getting into state akin to sleep. An obstacle I had to overcome was self-doubt. Thoughts of, what if this doesn't work? Push those thoughts aside. They're from an old paradigm. They have no bearing on your scene. Delve into your scene. Add sensory vividness. Add lighting. Add temperature. Add color. Add smells and scents. All these things are very, very powerful to condition the nervous system into a desired state. Have fun with it and don't force yourself to imagine in order to get a result. Imagine your scene as if it has already happened. During my scene, every once in a while, I would remind myself, it is done. I am living at the end. This has already happened. That would reinforce my mind to believe that what I'm seeing has already happened. When you wake up next day, you should still have that same feeling, a sense of it is done. You won't have any worries or doubts because subconsciously you have trained your mind to believe and trust your imagination as reality. While repeating my scene, I felt a floaty feeling. Yep, this is state akin to sleep. And again, I go into immense detail. Got a diagram and mind map and everything, so do watch that video. That's when you know you're in the in-between state of consciousness and unconsciousness. It's body asleep, mind awake. Continue repeating this scene while you're in this state because your subconscious is more likely to accept your scene as reality. I also listened to subliminals every night as I did state akin to sleep. After a month of doing this, my scene came to life. It was what I least expected. It was in a seemingly impossible situation, but my scene came to life just as I imagined in every detail. It's been about a week and I'm still amazed. It's no joke. Your imagination and your subconscious mind are incredibly powerful, and once you realize it, you will be unstoppable. The possibilities are endless. Please remember to persist. Like I've said many times, maybe 3 times, my 3D was showing me the opposite of what I wanted, but I kept up my routine and believed what I wanted was mine and true. Again, this is just a progress report. I haven't reached the end yet in the 3D. I will give more updates as I reach major milestones. If you want to ask questions or tips, let me know. So key kind of takeaway points here from me are certainly this brazen impudence, meaning you have to have this consistent, almost arrogance that what you've imagined in your scene is already true. And the 3D is nonsense. You have to ignore the 3D. The 3D is an illusion. The 3D is called the Maya by the Hindus. They call this illusion, right? And what you see in your imagination, what you create by your own divine birthright of creating, is what is true. Your belief systems, your perspective, your paradigm, your realities are the only thing that is true to you. So marry them, make love to them every single night. We call this making love to the subconscious mind, in that you are penetrating the subconscious mind with your ideal circumstance, your ideal reality. Forgive the motorcycle, the moped outside. This is imperative you do in order to condition your nervous system, your mind, your body, which is your subconscious mind, to this new paradigm. And before you know it, you're not even thinking about it. You're walking, talking, acting, thinking, feeling, behaving in a manner which is consistent with the 3D reality that you have created. And it won't be long before the matrix around you, the cosmos, conforms to the imagination, because as the Kybalion said, all is mind. As Vadim Seelan said, everything is but a reflection of your internal state. Once you have that holistic, contented internal state, it is a matter of time, not a matter of how. It's a matter of time before it shows up in the 3D. This is very, very powerful. I think some questions for me are around the consistency in which you do this. I only do stay akin to sleep until I get the feeling of the desired fulfilled. I don't then get the compulsion to do that, but perhaps that's something I will experiment with. I'm very curious to know if you've done this before, what your successes has been, and if you could leave it down below. Would be interested to hear your stories, and also would help the naysayers convict better on their imagination and the powers of imagination. These aren't theories, these are facts, gentlemen. Speak soon.